Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Ratna Ayu Sriwardhani. I'm from 6th semester, and now I will tell you about novel, and the title is Peter Pan by James and Barrie. The next plot of the story. This is plot of the story. In a nursery in a darling household set in London's Edwardian era, Winnie Darling tells the story of Cinderella and Peter Pan to her younger brothers John and Michael prior to Aunt Millicent arrival, judging Winnie as almost a grown woman. Aunt Millicent advised Mr. and Mrs. Darling that when they should spend less time in the nursery. At school, Winnie daydreamed about seeing Peter at night and is in trouble with her teacher, who sent a letter via carrier boy to Winnie's bed at the bank. Winnie tries to stop her along with the family's nurse dog, Nana, but humiliates her father in front of his superior. As punishment, Mr. Darling ties Nana outside and declares that it's time for Winnie to grow up. Peter visits the nursery to search for his shadow, which Nana has erased, and introduces himself to Winnie. Winnie saves her shadow back. Peter invites him and his siblings to Neverland, where Winnie can tell her gang the Lost Boys. They agreed and were taught to fly using Tinker Bell's fairy dust. Nana breaks free from her chains and leads Mr. and Mrs. Darling home from a party, but they arrive too late to stop the kids. Children fly to Neverland. Captain Hook and his crew are alerted to Peter's return and fire their cannon, which drives Winnie away and causes Michael and John to fall toward the island. Tinker Bell researches a hiding place while Winnie is still falling from the sky, and out of jealousy, tricks the Lost Boys into shooting Winnie with an arrow. The boys learn the truth and confess to Peter, but Winnie was not yet killed when the arrow struck the acorn necklace hanging from her neck. Enraged, Peter threw all Tinker Bell and ended their friendship. When Winnie woke up, the Lost Boys asked her to be their mother, which she accepted. They closed her eyes and take her to their hideout, but she finally realized her brother is missing. Next, characteristic. This is the characteristic. 1. Captain Hook. Captain Hook. This is the Captain Hook. Captain Hook, he is Peter Pan's arch enemy. The character is a pirate captain of the Prince Jolly Roger. 2. Characteristic of Peter Pan. This is the Peter Pan. He is described as a bad boy character, can fly and refuse to become an adult. Next characteristic from Wendy Darling. This is the Wendy Darling. Wendy is the one who must memorize the adventure of Peter Pan in the Wonderland or Neverland. Because of his habit of telling stories, Peter Pan The boy who would never grow up always sneaked up on listening to Wendy's story and down toward the lost boys. Next characteristic from Tinkerbell. Tinkerbell. This is the Tinkerbell. Tinkerbell is a beautiful fairy character who is cute and has wings. He can fly here and there, and he is a fair friend of Peter Pan. Next characteristic of George Darling. This is the George Darling. George Darling, father to Wendy, Michael and John. He is a bank employee and is named after George Lewin Davis. Next characteristic from Mary Darling. This is Mary Darling, the mother of Wendy, John and Michael, and wife of George Darling. Next characteristic from Nana. The Newfoundland nurse of Wendy, John and Michael, hired by Darlings to look after the children. Next characteristic from Tiger Lily. This is Tiger Lily. The ship's doctor, often described as a princess in her own right, who is captured by the pirates and left to drown on Maroon's road before being rescued by Peter Pan. And the last characteristic from the Lost Boys. This is the Lost Boys. The Lost Boys are a gang of young boys who feel out of their friends and are not claimed by their parents. So Peter brought them to the Neverlands. Strength and weakness. The strength of the Peter Pan story is that a happy mind can produce extraordinary results. But there is also a weakness of the story where Peter prefers to be a child and does not want to grow up like humans in general. Next moral value. There is a moral value taken from Peter Pan, which is to always chase dreams. Don't eliminate the innocence of small children, the imagination of young children. We don't forget our young souls even to we get older we are. Next, setting time and place. This is setting time and place. Nighttime in Wendy's room, Neverland Last Forest, and Captain Hook ships. Maybe because I saw the film first. That's why I'm really happy to know. This book is more detailed about how return and after their adventure. Heartwarming storytelling style, rhythmic sentences that don't get bored of reading over and over again. Okay, I think enough. Thank you for attention and this session. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.